Elon Musk is known for making the impossible possible. He turned electric cars from boring golf carts into status symbols. He proved rockets could land themselves at SpaceX when NASA engineers said it couldn't be done. But now reports suggest he is quietly working on something even more incredible. A fighter jet so advanced it's being compared to a UFO. And if this jet is as advanced as reports claim, what does that mean for the future of warfare and the balance of power between the United States and China? Join us as we uncover the truth behind the mysterious aircraft that is already making traditional defense companies wonder if they're about to become obsolete. Elon Musk has been transforming industries for years: electric vehicles at Tesla, space travel at SpaceX. Now there's talk of something completely different brewing behind the scenes. Reports suggest Musk is working on a fighter jet that's so far ahead of current technology, people who've seen it are comparing it to a UFO. The claim is that this aircraft moves and operates in ways that defy conventional aviation. The whole project is shrouded in secrecy. Leaked documents have been circulating, along with grainy satellite photos and cryptic tweets that keep the speculation going. Some sources claim the project goes by Dark Falcon, and there's talk of test flights happening in isolated desert areas where no one can watch. Musk hasn't said anything official about it, but that's typical for him. He is known for staying silent about major projects until he's ready to drop them on the world. The Cybertruck rollout followed the same pattern, and this could be another one of those moments. This technology is important not just because it is impressive, but because of the growing rivalry between the United States and China. The jet is being compared to a UFO, not just because of how it looks, but also because of how it supposedly works. Reports claim it uses an anti-gravity or an advanced electric propulsion system, which would be a huge improvement over traditional jet engines. The stealth capabilities supposedly go way beyond standard fighter jets. Current aircraft use angular designs and special coatings to dodge radar, but this one apparently takes things to another level. Reports mention something called chameleon skin, a surface that uses artificial intelligence to adapt to its environment in real time. The material could shift colors, absorb radar waves, and even replicate cloud formations to blend into the sky. The power source might be just as revolutionary. Reports suggest the jet runs without traditional jet fuel. Instead, it could operate on a hybrid energy system, combining Tesla's advanced battery technology with a compact fusion reactor. Fusion energy in an aircraft would mean extended flight times without needing to refuel. Think about that for a second. Fusion is the same process that powers the sun, and scientists have been trying to make it work on Earth for like 70 years. If Musk's team actually cracked fusion power small enough to fit in a fighter jet, that's not just an advancement, it's a complete paradigm shift. The implications are wild. Current fighter jets basically fly around with giant fuel tanks strapped to them, limiting their range and making them sitting ducks when they're refueling midair. But a fusion-powered jet? That thing could theoretically stay airborne for days, maybe weeks. The artificial intelligence on the jet might be the most radical part. This aircraft could operate autonomously using neural network technology. It would process threats, make tactical decisions, and complete missions without any pilot involvement. In combat scenarios, the jet would dodge attacks, engage targets, or withdraw, all calculated and executed faster than human reflexes allow. Musk didn't start this fighter jet project from nothing. He leveraged what he had already built at Tesla and SpaceX. The aircraft's design, power systems, and controls pull directly from both companies' core technologies. It's basically the precision of Falcon rocket engineering mixed with Tesla's electric drivetrain expertise, all packed into a combat aircraft. That combination forms the foundation for what could be a completely new kind of military jet. Starlink, Elon Musk's satellite internet network, could also play a major role. Since it provides high-speed internet to remote areas, it could keep the fighter jet constantly connected, even if other communication systems are blocked. This would give the jet uninterrupted access to real-time targeting data, GPS, and secure communications. In a battle, having that kind of constant connection could give the pilot or the jet's AIA significant advantage. Tesla's AI and battery tech are central to the whole design. The same software that navigates Teslas through downtown traffic could be adapted for identifying enemy aircraft, adjusting flight paths, and dodging incoming threats. For power, instead of burning jet fuel, the aircraft might run on modified Tesla battery packs, engineered for extreme output, extended range, and quick recharging. It's the kind of innovation that brings together the best of automotive intelligence and aviation ambition. But this isn't the first time Musk has completely flipped an industry on its head. With SpaceX, he did for space what Tesla did for roads. Before SpaceX came along, space travel was this slow, ridiculously expensive thing that only governments with massive budgets could touch. Musk changed all that by making spaceflight cheaper, faster, and reusable. Beyond just cutting costs, SpaceX brought a huge level of speed and innovation that aerospace had never seen before. Traditional space programs take literal decades to go from concept to launch, but SpaceX operates at Silicon Valley speed. They test stuff, watch it blow up, figure out what went wrong, and try again until it works, and somehow that chaotic approach actually delivers results. From launching astronauts to the International Space Station to testing the massive Starship rocket that could eventually reach Mars, SpaceX moves at a pace that makes NASA look like it's standing still. Their whole mentality of fail fast and iterate has basically dragged the entire space industry into the 21st century, whether it wanted to go or not. As rumors about Musk's secret fighter jet spread, China's definitely paying attention. Military analysts on Chinese news programs and online forums are already breaking down what this might mean. Some commentators dismiss it as hype, while others warn that Musk could have just outdone every fighter jet currently flying. The online reaction's been massive. Videos analyzing satellite images, translated tweets, and supposed technical specs are blowing up across Chinese social media. China has been investing heavily in next-generation fighters like the Chengdu J-20 and Shenyang J-31, aircraft specifically built to compete with America's F-22 and F-35. But if Musk's aircraft performs anywhere close to what people are saying, those Chinese programs might already be obsolete. An AI-powered jet that's invisible to radar and connected to satellite internet across the globe? That would throw a serious wrench into China's plans. The timing couldn't be worse for Beijing. They just spent the last decade catching up to where American fighter technology was in the early 2000s. And now there's potentially this massive leap happening that changes the entire game. That is why experts are worried about espionage risks. American defense technology has been hacked and stolen before. Those stolen blueprints have shown up in Chinese military equipment later on. The thing is, Musk's jet is being developed by private companies instead of the usual defense contractors, which could make it an easier target. When commercial tech gets mixed with military systems, it basically becomes a goldmine for anyone trying to skip years of research and development by just taking what's already been built. If this jet enters service, it would completely flip the power dynamics in the Pacific. The South China Sea, Taiwan Strait, and surrounding airspace are already flashpoints. A next-generation fighter that stays airborne longer, detects threats from greater distances, and strikes before anyone sees it coming would force China to rethink everything about their air defense strategy. The testing of Elon Musk's rumored UFO-style fighter jet has been as mysterious as the aircraft itself. Sources suggest that early flights may have taken place at highly restricted zones, like Area 51 in Nevada, a place long associated with experimental military projects. Others point to private space exploration technologies, corporation launch sites in Texas, or Tesla-owned desert facilities hidden far from public view. These locations are remote, heavily guarded, and perfect for trial runs of a vehicle the world wasn't supposed to see, at least not yet. Over the past year, strange activity has been reported near these locations. Locals have heard sonic booms without seeing any aircraft, and some claim they've witnessed silent, glowing objects moving at speeds that don't match any known plane. Satellite images on open-source platforms have captured weird, oddly shaped shadows on runways. Shadows that mysteriously disappear behind hangars or get blurred out when the images update. Nothing's been confirmed, but the whole secretive pattern lines up with how major military projects get tested, away from public view and off the record. Behind closed doors, the guest list at these secret test runs is just as interesting. Military officials from the Department of Defense, select NASA scientists, and a handful of powerful private investors were reportedly flown in to witness early demonstrations. Looking back at Elon Musk's track record, this whole situation follows a familiar pattern. The Cybertruck stayed under wraps until that wild reveal. SpaceX launched rockets before anyone knew they were actually ready to fly. Starlink and Neuralink got teased through cryptic tweets and vague hints. Now with this fighter jet, it's the same playbook. Development happens in secret, weird sightings start popping up, rumors build momentum, and then suddenly there's a massive announcement that nobody saw coming. One of the biggest questions around Elon Musk's secret fighter jet is how it gets deployed, and experts think defense is the primary role. With growing concerns about hypersonic missiles from rival nations, particularly China and Russia, this aircraft could function as a high-speed interceptor. It might be designed to track and eliminate threats traveling faster than sound, using artificial intelligence to calculate intercept paths and engage targets mid-flight. Think of it as an aerial defense system that stops attacks long before they reach American territory. But it's not just about defense. This jet could have serious offensive capabilities too. The rumored range and speed mean it could penetrate deep into enemy territory undetected. Some sources claim it carries cyber warfare tools capable of jamming radar systems, crashing computer networks, or taking satellites offline, all while airborne. Instead of just firing missiles, it's basically a flying hacker that can disable targets before any physical weapons get deployed. Then there's the non-lethal side. This aircraft could handle high-altitude surveillance without anyone knowing it's there. It might deploy swarms of smaller drones for search and rescue operations or border monitoring. Factor in the rumored electronic jamming capabilities, and it becomes obvious this isn't just built for combat. It's a multi-purpose platform for modern defense needs, including peacekeeping operations and intelligence collection. And finally, what really sets this aircraft apart is its supposed ability to operate across multiple combat zones, from sea-level dogfights to near-space missions. It might be the first aircraft designed to bridge the gap between the Air Force and the newly formed Space Force. If it can fly from land, over ocean, and into low orbit, that completely redefines air superiority. Basically, this fighter jet wouldn't just protect airspace, it could dominate every layer of atmosphere above Earth. As talk about Elon Musk's futuristic fighter jet gets louder, the American government is definitely paying attention, especially the Department of Defense. Over the years, Musk has developed a solid relationship with top military officials through SpaceX, launching satellites and cargo for the military. Now, with a next-generation jet potentially in development, that partnership could be moving into completely different territory. Insiders suggest the Pentagon is not just interested, they might already be working on this behind the scenes. There's growing speculation that special defense budgets are being carved out to support the project. Some believe a new contract, possibly worth billions of dollars, could be tied to this jet's continued development. The government has been looking for ways to modernize its aging fighter fleet, and Musk's reputation for speed, innovation, and cost efficiency makes him a strong contender. This wouldn't be the first time private innovation got fast-tracked through military pipelines, but it might be the boldest example yet. Interest isn't limited to America. NATO members like the United Kingdom, Germany, and Australia are reportedly watching closely. If this jet delivers on stealth, speed, and data sharing across allied forces, it could become a game-changing asset for Western air defense. Still, not everyone in Washington is sold on this. Some officials are excited about Musk's bold approach and his track record of moving fast, but others aren't so sure. Traditional defense contractors like Lockheed Martin and Boeing have been doing this for decades with proven combat records, which makes some military leaders nervous about trusting a tech billionaire who is famous for ignoring the rulebook. Inside defense circles, there is a real debate happening. Is Musk the next evolution of air power, or a gamble the military shouldn't take? Elon Musk's rumored fighter jet isn't just making waves in America, it's got the whole world on edge. Countries like Russia and India are apparently tracking every development. Russia's been all about hypersonic missiles lately, but now they might have to pivot toward advanced aerial combat. India is trying to modernize its air force and could start fast-tracking their next-generation fighter programs. Meanwhile, European powers like France and Germany are scrambling to figure out their next move. Do they try to partner with Musk, or do they find a way to build something that can compete? As rumors of Musk's secret fighter jet spread, the financial world's been going crazy. After early leaks and speculative reports hit the internet, Tesla's stock jumped noticeably, with investors getting hyped about Musk entering the defense industry. SpaceX, though it's privately held, also saw valuation estimates shoot up. Some analysts even floated the idea that the company's military division could split off into its own major player. Traders are already placing bets that this move could create a brand new revenue stream worth tens of billions of dollars over the next decade. To understand how Elon Musk ended up building a jet that could redefine modern warfare, it helps to look back at where he started. In the late 1990s, Musk launched Zip2, a digital business directory that eventually sold for millions, which was not bad for a man sleeping in his office and showering at the local YMCA. Then came X.com, which morphed into PayPal and completely changed how people send money online. After eBay bought PayPal for $1.5 billion, Musk could have retired to a beach somewhere. Instead, he went bigger, way bigger. He founded SpaceX with the wild goal of colonizing Mars, while everyone thought he had lost his mind. Then he jumped into Tesla when electric cars were basically golf carts, turning them into status symbols that could smoke Ferraris off the line. Every single venture followed the same pattern. He would pick an industry that seems untouchable, ignore the experts saying it's impossible, and then actually pull it off. Now with this fighter jet, Musk's applying that same rule to military aviation, an industry that hasn't seen real disruption in decades. But this latest leap into military aerospace isn't completely out of character. Musk has always been obsessed with science fiction. He has talked about building flying cars since before it was cool, dropped hints about anti-gravity research that sounds straight out of a comic book, and even teased that SpaceX was working on something not of this Earth. He named Tesla's autopilot features after spacecraft controls and constantly references sci-fi movies like The Matrix and Iron Man. When Robert Downey Jr. said he based his Tony Stark performance partly on Musk, that wasn't random. Musk literally had a cameo in Iron Man 2, and he's been living that tech billionaire saves the world fantasy ever since. He grew up reading Isaac Asimov and playing Dungeons and Dragons, and now he's got the resources to actually build the stuff he used to dream about. For Musk, the line between imagination and engineering has always been blurry. He is the kind of person who watches Star Wars and thinks, yeah, I could probably build that. Now it looks like he's dead serious about bringing some of that fiction to life with his own UFO fighter jet. Yet with all the speculation, so much remains hidden. There are no official images, no confirmed specifications, and no footage of the jet in action. Nobody knows the full timeline of development, the final design, or how close it is to actually being deployed. All that exists are leaks, rumors, and glimpses of the pieces of a puzzle that Elon Musk has masterfully kept just out of reach. This raises bigger questions about the future of combat. Is the world witnessing the start of a new kind of warfare, where machines think faster than humans and borders get defended or broken by whoever owns the smartest jets? As billionaires like Musk step into roles once filled only by governments, the whole game is changing. Wars might not just be fought with missiles anymore, but with algorithms. If Elon Musk really has built a fighter jet unlike anything that's come before, then the world isn't just changing, it's accelerating at breakneck speed. The military-industrial complex that's existed since World War II might be getting disrupted by the same man who made electric cars cool and landed rockets backwards. And the question isn't whether this changes the future, it's how fast that future will arrive, who gets left behind, and whether anyone's actually ready for what comes next when tech billionaires start reshaping global power dynamics from their private companies. Thanks for watching. While you are still here, click on the link on your screen to check out another of our videos. See you there.